First, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now. As always, appreciate you joining us. We live stream here every weekday. We're on our apps. We're on the website. We're on Facebook and YouTube, so lots of places to find the show, and those are all places you can go to watch these segments after we do them. But right now, we're talking about something coming up here in just a couple of days, the end of 2023, New Year's Eve. What are you going to be doing? Well, something that a lot of people are going to be doing for the 31st annual year is going to the Champagne Ball this year at the Portland Art Museum in downtown Portland. We're going to talk all about that right now. I'm curious to know the history of it, the founding of it, how it all worked, and we have Matthew Weber joining us right now, the founder of the event. Matthew, thank you very much for joining us here today.
Yeah, my pleasure, Greg. Thanks for having me. I can always talk about the Champagne Ball.
Well, for 31 years, I mean, you have to have a love of New Year's Eve for that, but also putting on an event for that long is just an insane amount of dedication. Events are hard work to put those things together. But I was curious to know, I guess to give everybody kind of the backstory, can you talk about how you founded this and why you wanted to found this?
Yeah, I mean, 31 years ago, 33, with COVID, I went out one New Year's Eve and had a bad time. I waited in line to get into a place. I waited in line to get drinks. I couldn't find a place to sit. I couldn't find my friends, and nobody was dressed up. And I was thinking to myself, New Year's Eve is a special night. There should be a special time. People should be dressing up. So I decided to create a special event, and I called it the Champagne Ball. And we focus on great entertainment, uh, multiple bars. We'll have 12 bars this year at the Portland Art Museum. Huge countdown, and then we want people to dress up because New Year's Eve is a special time. So it's cocktail attire. For us, that means slacks and a collared shirt for the gentleman up to black tie.
And you mentioned that when you went out that time and you just couldn't find a good party or something to go to, you want to create this yourself. It seems like a lot of other people also enjoy what you're doing. How have you seen that, over these 30 years, how have you seen the growth and the changes come with the party?
Well, a lot of the change comes from input from our guests because we do a survey after the event and we see what worked and what didn't. And then we just try and improve every year, always making small changes to make the event better. And I think it resonates with the audience. And we've been, like I said, like you said, we've been going for 31 years. So I think it works.
Yeah, it definitely, you found something that works there. What are some of the biggest challenges that you face in putting it on?
It's just some of those same things that I mentioned, keeping it fresh, keeping it exciting, so it doesn't look like the same event every year. So we mix up entertainment. We do different decor items. We're now in the Portland Art Museum. We used to be at the Hilton Portland for 20 years. So that was a big change for us. And, then it's just getting the word out there and letting people know that there is a real, New Year's Eve ball in Portland where you can dress up and go experience a huge countdown, and it feels like a big city event. And when we started it 30 years ago, Portland didn't really have a lot of that, but now we have more. But the Champagne Ball is still the biggest and unbiased best New Year's Eve party in the city.
What do you think that's so unique about this ball and the city of Portland combined together that makes it such a special event?
Well, we've always made it very inclusive, meaning that some people said, oh, you should have different ticket levels and only certain ticket levels get into certain rooms. I don't agree with that. I want people out moving around, mingling, and experiencing all the party has to offer. So we have 3 different rooms at this year's event. We've got the Grand Ballroom, which is sort of like Manhattan, a little more formal. Then we have what they call their Sunken Ballroom on a lower level at the Portland Art Museum. And that's going to be more like Las Vegas, more of a club style. And then if you're just wanting to get away from all that high energy dance music and have some fun and relax a little bit, we've got a karaoke lounge as well. So we'll have some great singers in there, big video screen for everybody to watch everything on, and hopefully we get some sing-alongs going in that room.
That's great. So those are 3 very different vibes that people can go and experience all within one event. And I think that is pretty unique what you mentioned there. So it's one ticket covers all of that. So it's not like there's an exclusive champagne room at the Champagne Ball or anything like that.
No, everybody, when people say you have a VIP ticket, I said our highest level of service ticket is the Platinum Reserved. because everybody at the champagne ball is a VIP.
And, you know, looking at it from, I guess, from the standpoint you mentioned of keeping it fresh, this is obviously something different here. You know, what do you look at other than feedback from guests? What do you look for? Do you look at other parties? Do you try to check out what other people are doing? How do you do that each year?
Yeah, well, I'll go in different clubs, different events, and just see what new lighting trends are happening. If there's certain themes that we want to try out, and just talk to people, see what's popular, and then give it a shot. And if it works, great. If not, you know, you tried something new, it didn't work, but you always learn something, and then you can just take that into the next year.
You know, over these 31 years, is there anything that stood out as something that you tried? It's just like, well, you know, maybe we won't do that one again next year.
Oh,
I mean, it's clearly been
I don't,
successful, so.
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to think. One year, well, somebody told us one year, this woman came up to me, a guest, and she said, I can't tell who's single. And I said, well, I'm thinking, just look for a wedding ring. And she goes, well, you know, not everybody here that's single is wearing, or they could be with a date. They might not just be married. So that makes sense. So she said, you need to find a way to allow other people to know who's single at the events. You could have people wear a bracelet. And we said, all right, let's do that. So we did it. But what happened is the men's collars, shirt collars, covered up the bracelets, so you couldn't see who was single. The next year, it was well received, but the next year we brought in what we call singles beads. So if you're wearing singles beads, it lets people know that they're silver, and they're just like a little Mardi Gras bead. It lets people know that you're available to meet someone. And so those wristbands didn't work, but again, we learned from it, and we do the singles beads now, and those are a huge hit with our single guests.
Nice. That's it. Yeah, figured out a way to get around that and make that happen. Well, for anybody out there who hasn't been to this ball, you know, say there's somebody out there who, let me ask it this way. For anybody who hasn't been to the Champagne Ball, hasn't been out to a New Year's Eve party like this in Portland, what can they expect when they walk in the door?
Just a lot of fun. That's what I hear from people most years, is I had no idea the Champagne Ball was this much fun. And I think it's because we have a wide range of ages. We're probably looking at late 20s to into their early 60s. We have singles, we have couples, and we have large groups of friends. So when you get that type of group, it's not a quote unquote meat market where it's just all single people trying to pick up on each other. And then it's not a more low key romantic event where it's just couples having a nice dinner and waltzing, you know, when they do the dance. It's meant to be high energy, fun, and people dressed up. And when we get those people together with that mindset of having fun, it just creates a great atmosphere.
One other question for you too, for the karaoke room. Are you going to be singing karaoke?
I will not be singing karaoke. My fifth grade choir teacher told me to mouth the words. So
Fair enough.
I wasn't blessed with a singing voice.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, Matthew, you know, thank you very much for joining me here to talk about this too. And 31 annual, you know, 31 years of doing anything, putting on any event is just incredible. How does it feel for you to know that this has been going on for so long and that obviously it's still so popular and growing?
Well, it's a testament to the team, the people I work with over the years. I mean, it's not just me. There's a lot of people that work behind the scenes, promoting it, creating the content that we show on social media. And then there's the caterers, the security teams, the entertainers. They're all part of the event and part of the history. So I'm thankful to have worked with them. And, you know, teamwork makes the Champagne Ball work. I would like to mention, though, that we do have different ticket types. So we have the ticket types, reserved seats, general admission, and then we have an in after 10 p.m. ticket. So if guests are going to eat dinner somewhere or pre-funk somewhere, you can just get our 119 ticket, come in after 10 o'clock, enjoy the awesome entertainment we have, and then the massive countdown at midnight.
Cool. So different options there for everybody to check out. And what's the place for them to go to pick these up?
Website is champagneball.com. You'll see all the tickets there, and we do have group discounts available as well. So those are going pretty quick. So if you're going to come as a group, I would jump on those ASAP.
Nice, and good job getting that URL. I always appreciate that when someone's able to snag the good ones. So, well, Matthew, thank you very much for joining me here. Really appreciate your time talking about this, and congratulations on the success. And here's to, what is it, Monday night? Yeah, Sunday night. Sunday night. There we go.
Yeah.
Sunday night, New Year's Eve. Well,
yeah.
Yeah, congrats and have a great one.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate your help.
You bet. All right, so there we go, talking about New Year's Eve and something that's happening for 31 years. That's pretty amazing. And they're at the Portland Art Museum. So I appreciate Matthew and his time, and I appreciate everybody who's tuning into this show. Again, this is Fox 12 Now. If this is your first time seeing it, we've got lots of things for you to watch. Lots of segments, whatever platform you're finding me on, we're on there. So you can go back through and take a look at some of the different things that we cover. Could be events, could be interviews with people from around Portland, could be breaking news stories, could be some serious topics, could be something lighter. You know, we cover everything here. We talked about whales earlier in the show. And if there is breaking news, we will always have that here anytime between 1 and 4 p.m. You can join me. And of course, then our regular news broadcast starts at 4 p.m. So that's it for right now, though. So thanks for tuning in. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.